Today we are going to discuss on Oriental Learning. In this chapter, we are going to discuss on the various aspects of the Oriental Learning and its development. The contribution of Orientalists to the education system of India refers to the efforts made by European scholars and administrators during the colonial period to introduce Western style education while also preserving and studying Indian languages, culture, and traditions. The Orientalists played a significant role in shaping the education system in India and influencing the study of Indian languages, literature, history, and philosophy. Some of the definitions and important terms on Orientalists. Here, Orientalists means Orientalists were European scholars, primarily from Britain, who specialized in the study of Eastern culture, languages, and civilizations, including India. The second thing is that the colonial period. The important thing of Orientalists done during colonial period in India. The colonial period refers to the time when European powers, including Britain, established colonial rule and influence in India. Then Western style education was developed during colonial period. While we are talking about Oriental learning, in this learning system, the Western style education that has been developed. The Western style education refers to the system of education based on the methods and curriculum followed in Europe, particularly in Britain. Here in the Oriental learning, we have to remember some of the important points. The Orientalists contributed to the education system of India during the colonial period. Second, they introduced Western style education while also studying and preserving Indian languages, literature, history, and culture. The Orientalists advocated for the study of Indian languages and established institutions for research and preservations. They translated ancient Indian texts, making them accessible to a wider audience. The Orientalists played a role in the modernization of education in India by including modern subjects and teaching methods. Their work influenced Indian intellectuals and scholars who engaged with both Western ideas and their Indian heritage. The Orientalists contributed to the development of Indology as an academic discipline, promoting in-depth research on Indian civilizations. The Orientalists encouraged interdisciplinary studies, fostering cross-cultural dialogue and exchange. The legacy of the Orientalists in the education system of India continues to shape the intellectual and educational landscape. However, their contributions are not without criticisms, with some questioning the marginalization of traditional Indian knowledge system and the motivations of the Orientalists in the colonial context. Now come to discuss about the contribution of Orientalists to the education system of India. Promotion of Western style education done by Orientalists. Orientalists advocated for the introduction of Western style education in India, which included subjects like mathematics, science, history, and English language. They believed that this education system would equip Indians with modern knowledge and skills. Secondly, preservation and study of the Indian language. The Orientalists recognized the importance of Indian languages as repositories of ancient wisdom and cultural heritage. They made efforts to study and document Indian languages such as Sanskrit, Persian, Arabic, and others. This led to the establishment of institutions like the Asiatic Society of Bengal, which played a significant role in the study and preservation of Indian languages and literatures. Orientalists undertook the translation of ancient Indian texts, making them accessible to a wider audience. This contributed to the dissemination of knowledge about Indian philosophy, literature, and sciences in Europe and other parts of the world. Orientalists were instrumental in collecting and preserving ancient Indian manuscripts. They established libraries and institutions to safeguard these valuable documents, making them available for future study and research. Orientalists played a key role in conducting research and documenting Indian history, culture, and traditions. Their studies helped in understanding India's past and contributed to the development of historical knowledge. The Orientalists' focus on Western style education brought about a shift from traditional Indian education systems. This led to the introduction of modern subjects and teaching methods which had a lasting impact on the educational landscape of India. Here we can conclude by analyzing that the Orientalists made a significant contributions to the education system of India during the colonial period. Their efforts were aimed at introducing Western style education while also studying, preserving, and promoting Indian languages, literature, history, and culture. By advocating for the study of Indian languages, translating in ancient texts, and establishing institutions for research and preservation, the Orientalists played a crucial role in bringing the gap between Eastern and Western knowledge system. Thank you. This is a brief discussion on Oriental learning in India. Thank you.